Hey everybody, here Coach Jason from Top of the Line Running. I hope you're all doing well. So how do you improve raw speed for distance runners? This is an important question, and I get a lot of folks that talk to me about this. And I either here on my TikTok account, Access to Coach, which is where I'm at. So if you're on TikTok, make sure you follow me there too, because I do a daily video on content. Okay. Now, there are a couple different things you could do, and I talk to a lot of middle distance runners and distance runners, and I can appreciate I like a distance runner who can run a 55, 54, 56, but can you do it at the end of a 3K or 5K when you need it the most? Because that's when you're going to need it at states, conference, nationals, and so on and so forth. Once you get to that level, or can you run 65, 64, 65, or whatever it might be, right? And how do you get to that point? Obviously, it's good training, but speed development itself is an all year thing, right? And I break things up strategically in training. And keep in mind too, if you're racing cross country and ball season and track, you're racing about 9 months out of the year consecutively, or almost 9 months. So you have the summer to rest, rebuild, and set yourself up to do that again at a higher level next year. And that's where the speed development starts, the basic speed development, which doesn't end until the end of the season, okay, the end of the track season. So, by the way, if you're a coach or an athlete and you're not subscribed to this channel, please do. Please hit that subscribe button. Please hit the notification too. And I'll be doing more live streams on this platform here. And if you have questions, if you're a coach or an athlete, you bring them. Okay. And we do a live dialogue. I'd love to have a conversation. I'd love to give you insight. I'd love to get to know you all as well in the running community. And any way that I can help, I want to do that. I've coached at the high school level, college level. I'm also a USATF certified coach. I'm also a Wharton trained and certified musculoskeletal flexibility therapist and active isolated flexibility. So long in the tooth. So anyway, here are a couple things that you could do. Number one's basic, okay? And if you've seen my summer base training programs, I basically have you build back to your goal volume in June. Then July, you add speed development, okay? August, you add tempos to the speed development as you go along, okay? But the initial speed development to me is 50-meter strides times 5 after a run, okay? Uphill early in the week, let's just say Tuesday, and then flat on Friday after a run. So you have uphill ones and flat ones. They complement each other. Uphill one's a great form of speed development and leg power training. It's also a little bit more forgiving on the legs than flat sprinting. Okay. This is a way of triggering the fast twitch muscle fiber. And again, it's not long enough for you to go lactate. So you don't really have to worry about junking your legs the next day. Okay. Which does matter. Okay. And I'll get into that. So, and then over the course of the summer, what I do is I increase by 50 meters. So the 5 by 50 becomes 5 by 100 the following week or the next 2 weeks. The 5 by 100 becomes 5 by 150. And these are all walk equal to recovery. Just walk nice and easy back. When you're ready to go, you go. Okay. These don't necessarily have to be balls to the wall, but they progressively get faster. Okay. And you're teaching your body how to accelerate for longer periods of time throughout the summer, which helps you transition into the more race-specific stuff like tempo runs and threshold training later on. It makes it easier for the longer, harder paces to become more manageable. So the 550s become 5 times 100, become 5 times a 50, becomes 5 by 200. You can even do them for 2 weeks a piece before you increase again. Okay, that's step one. Okay, the next thing I like to incorporate is progression 150s. And this is either after a run or after a workout, after a tempo, after a threshold workout, VO2 max workout, mile repeats, or whatever it might be, progression run, right? And what this does is it helps you simulate accelerating when you're already tired, but in a way that allows you to change gears along the way, because it's 50 meters to float into 50 meter stride into 50 meter sprinting. Each gear changes and gets faster. And again, you're still not going hard long enough to have lactic in your legs or accumulating in your legs at a significant level. Somebody asked me that question, which is a good question. It's an important question. Okay. Progression 150s, you do 3 or 4 of those. You walk back and you do it again. But this is where you can throw people off in races. You have your opponent say, I didn't realize she can kick from all these different places. I didn't realize he can kick from all these different places, right? And this allows you to take the kick out of kickers. And again, when are you going to tap into your speed as a distance runner? In the beginning of a workout or race, or at the end? At the end, right? Particularly a race. Okay. Plyometrics allow you to tap into the engine that's going to unlock areas in the body that allow you to accelerate. Plyometrics drills, opening up your hips, your glutes, the muscles that are going to push you forward, right? That's where there are a good spot to do an active stretch and then a warm up and then plyometrics and drills and then even a couple of strides. And then you can get into the workout itself. Okay. And then you can incorporate things like progression 150s at the end of a workout. You can incorporate things like 5 times a 50 at the end of a run and so on. You can do some strides before the run too if you want, but I wouldn't do it unless you warmed up appropriately. Okay. The last thing you need to do is create any injuries of any kind. Okay. And lastly, I want to give you one other option, okay, which is a hard 300-meter effort, just one at the end of a run. Let's just say it's once a week, once every other week during track season. This allows you to put forth a very fast 300-meter effort. This could be after a run, after a tempo run, and then you can even alternate progression 150s one week with a hard by 300 the following week after a tempo or threshold session, right? And again, this teaches you not only to change gears of the progression 150s, but to kick from further out and kick from a consistent spot with the 300. And again, just doing one of these, okay? And then if it's after a run, you do it after a run. If it's after a workout, then you cool down afterward, okay? So I wanted to go through those 3 things. And again, this is not lactate. I know some people were concerned about lactate. Well, let me give you an example of putting lactate into legs. You can do, let's just say, hard, fast 200 to 800 meter pace as a distance runner. 5 times a 200, 6. So you can even do sets, 2 sets of 5 or whatever, hard. Okay, with a 1 minute and 90-second recovery, whatever you want to do. You put that lactate into the legs. And then at the end of that, you do some threshold reps. What the threshold reps do is allow you to flush some of the lactate out of the legs. So that's a lactate in, lactate out workout. These are different components of speed development. These are things you could tack on at the end of runs and at the end of workouts that will not accumulate lactate at any significant level at any point in time. Okay. So I wanted to share that with you. I hope you find this insightful. Okay. This is something that I've used for high school athletes, college athletes, and post-college athletes with a lot of success. And keep in mind too, whether you're running cross country or track or even on the roads, even if you're a post-collegiate, you run for a running club. Okay. Speed is speed, and tapping into it, no matter where you are, is important. And if a race is going to come down to a kick and it's you and your opponent, I'd rather it be you to be able to utilize that speed and kick past your opponent instead of the other way around. This is why these videos are here. Okay. If you have any questions, my email address is blackbeltrunningcoach@gmail.com. Okay. Again, blackbeltrunningcoach@gmail.com. I'm here to answer questions, help you. I guide coaches. I mentor coaches. I'm here to help athletes too. So if you have any questions, bring them, and make sure you follow me on TikTok, Access to Coach. Okay. If you do, I appreciate it. Okay. Your support means the world. If you haven't subscribed here, please do that. If you enjoy the content, please hit the like button as well. Have a great season. Cross country is upon us. Okay. Be safe, train hard, train smart. I'll talk to you next time.